Well, anyway, fans, back with our last video tonight. We are in episode 4 of YAIBA Cinema Legend. Checking the chapters are officially available in English on the Biz Media app, Biz Manga app. Seems like this episode adapted more than all the chapters are available. Like, do you know how many chapters are adapted into episode 1? Like 4 to 5. Yeah, Kurogane doesn't appear, like, Onimaru doesn't even debut until like chapter 4 of the manga. Yeah, the author did 22 pages for its first chapter. Which is interesting because I bet out in the school scene, well, the next morning scenes before that definitely feel like they're part of the same chapter, which is very connected. So 22 pages. What the heck? I don't know why they always had to do that. Hey, it's their choice. So anyway, this is quite interesting how content is adapted. That's difficult for comedy manga. Also because of that, they probably might adapt all the entire manga in like maybe 2 seasons. Maybe. Again, not for. And I looked at the voice cast, at least try to. There's no behind the voice cat. There's no list one behind the voices, which is odd. But apparently, Yai was played by the same actress who's literally Detective Conan. That is no joke. That is one hell. I think that was done on purpose. Interesting. That 2 separate protagonists are due to the manga. They are the same, which is played by the same person, as played by the same actress. At least young Conan specifically. Who was basically the main voice of the main Conan for the entire run. You get what I mean? Representing the Conan. I've had to read the manga in arcs, but it has over 1,000 chapters. Its first arc is damn long. Like 170 so chapters. Fuck. It's called the Conan arc. Also, we actually are getting we actually do. This is release. Basically, there is official YAIBA manga in English. It's actually releasing in August. Yeah, it's a pre-order thing. You pre-order in August. Well, you can pre-order it now. This is in August. Currently, only 2 volumes listed on Amazon. Most of it contains the 23 chapters that are available on the app. But most likely, once the second half of the anime comes out, we might get me more chapter. Once more volumes get listed, we'll be getting more chapters. That's most likely. I don't know. I don't even know if a different manga's coming to the Shonen Jump app. Like, I don't know if JoJo Part 7 is coming to the Shonen Jump app. But if it does, and it's going to be a bulk chapter release, I'll do a review on that. I do want to do a bulk chapter review on YAIBA. But there's a problem. I can't barely find any images from the chapter covers. Like when I search up chapter, I can find chapters 1 and 2 from a issue like this, chapters 11 and 23. Yeah, since episode 3 started adapting content from chapter 11. Yeah, that is fucking really interesting. That's going to be one hell of a read. That's for sure. Anyway, oh well. Let's get to this review. So, the episode opens up with, well, Onimaru. Pardon me. Creating powerful demons called the 8 Ogres. Basically, he wants them to gather like the lightning sword. I'm just gonna call it the lightning sword because I'm not really remember the names. Wind and lightning swords. You get. He tells two of them. He tells some to go get the sword, while the rest will go follow him. As he does some in. We won't know what that is yet. But since Onimaro, I guess Onimaro eventually starts becoming the main antagonist for a bit. This is quite an interesting manga. It's like, when you read the first 2 chapters, it feels more like Rama Half in a way. It feels like a Rumiko Takahashi manga in terms of structure, being more episodic. You know, be a bit more episodic with some comedy in it. Like how some chapters of Rama Half have action, it's a story, but it's a comedy first. It's not a battle manga, it's more of a comedy manga, a bit rom-com comedy manga with a bit of action elements. But that might have been an interesting angle to do. Ooh, you know, Rama bases the Rama and shit. I forgot. I actually bought the character's name. Oh god. Right, because like it's not gonna be episodic. I don't mind episodic, but like how about a fight of the week type of thing? So what Inuyasha technically does, like it's more of a fight of the week. There's some battles extended to a few chapters. Oh no, it's mostly episodic, with some serious narrative in the background. That's pretty interesting that like Takahashi's more elements in just episodic storytelling. You know, the latest manga is also an action manga. I know it's not going to do it, but I'm just saying. Just the structure, it just does not feel like the structure of a battle manga. It just what makes YAIBA pretty interesting. Like probably when readers first read the manga in the late 90s. Was it the early 90s? I don't know. When they read the manga in the 90s. They probably, just by how it went, the probably think it's just going to be like a comedy. Situation comedy. YAIBA, a character was like Goku living in modern day Japan with a normal family, like Sendo. Gives me all kinds of comedy and shenanigans. But no, they decided to go a different route. Like, you never know this just by reading the first chapter. Especially chapter 3. Like, Onimaro could have been like a rival character for a while. A rival character for a few chapters. But it was after his defeat that things started to change. The story started to go in a unique direction. Now, I do not know if this is the over style now, because I never read Detective Conan. And I only seen like one episode of the anime on YouTube years ago. So I don't really know much of the content and stuff. The anime is just so popular. Like, unless some episodes are available now on like Prime, Amazon Prime and Crunchyroll. I don't know why. Like it's showing some of this popular manga. It's popular among many fans. It's got like a lot of movies. Yet streaming services like Crunchyroll doesn't have the entire series, which is odd. You could say it's just because it's got a lot of episodes and Crunchyroll can't manage that. Look at One Piece. It has over 1,000 episodes right now as well. And yet all the episodes are available on Crunchyroll, and new episode releases every week. I just say it's just really, really hard for just to watch it. Like, it's just really hard for someone who wants to get into the series to watch it. It doesn't know the fact, I don't even know why, but when it released in the West, it was renamed to Case Closed. Why? Is the name copyrighted somewhere? Because I really have no clue why the name changed. Oh, I understand it was like a Western market back in the day, but this has never changed the name back to its original Japanese name. It's just weird. Like, say, take like Rurouni Kenshin. In the West, it was rebranded as Samurai X. Actually, the X is just basically the cross-shaped scar. You might point. But basically, but it was eventually when the anime became more mainstream. It became it was where they reverted back to Rurouni Kenshin, Meiji Swordsman romantic story. So, anyway, let's just get back to the episode. And after that, we cut to YAIBA doing some training. Not really good at it. So bad. But Musashi, he basically telling him to be patient. You know? It's also a story about Samurai Awatsuya he knew long time ago. It was like that, but impatient and just relies on just attacking, no strategy and stuff. And that was his downfall. So that's how he did. So the story. Yeah, I'm still the same idiot. But he's not gonna give up on train. So Sanya goes off to make some breakfast. Now, we cut to the diet building as Onimaro who breaks in and takes over, basically taking over Japan like a true villain. It's kind of jarring. This must have been pretty jarring for manga fans at the time it came out. The manga, that is, the story in the manga. So it's really just reading the first few couple of chapters. It felt like an episodic, just felt like one of those typical episodic comedy, action comedy mangas. You know, the battle shonen anime that was popularized by Shueisha. Like, Shueisha is one of the popularized battle shonen manga. This is the North Star, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, Dragon Ball, at least the later half. So, and again, you could say Dragon Ball style is similar, like Spare style being very episodic. You know, just a typical find the seven round the Dragon Balls every chapter. Until much towards the end of the arc where things start to heat up. Yeah, I like how the anime just adds a epilogue again to give a lot of their own scenes. So they didn't feel like they came out of nowhere. That's not a joke. I talked about some of you on the manga. Those two appeal again, didn't even appeal to like midway through the arc. That is very serious. I'm being incredibly serious here. It's hard to believe it. Because they just felt... Because they became so iconic. Just because how much of a presence they had in the anime compared to the manga. Of course, Toyo didn't pick up at the time, but the anime made them a smart move adding them, you know, their own scenes, giving them... So they improved it. Sorry, I'm talking again. Meanwhile, Back at Musashi's home, Saika is still cooking food. When she gets a knock on the door, and two people, one in a big red cloak and a young woman, actually looking for the sword, looking for the thunder sword. Saika assumes they might be acquaintances of Musashi. You know, someone's off about them. YAIBA and Musashi make their return not too long later, until reveal themselves as enemies. Like, one's a frog man, yeah, it's a snake man. But the frog is more important than the snake. Gero Zaiman. Geruda. So I'm going to call him Garuda. As a battle for the right, the Sunday sword begins. Well, still really is creative, this, like, with his animation. But, check out, I did get glimpses of some chapters, and there's some things that definitely were changed to it. Especially in this, especially the parts that were adapted from chapter 23. But I say there's a lot more changes. For more clarification, I got to read the manga. So, I'll give it a bit of a brief read through for the first 23 chapters. Not to review, but I may do that actually. For those types of releases, I'll review each chapter as a batch. As both chapters that come out all together, so easier. Actually, really good thing to do. So look forward to that. Anyway, it's a pretty impressive fight. YAIBA ends up using the sword's power as a control again, forcing Musashi to team up with the enemy, Garuda, to knock him out. And they end up knocking the ball out of it. Oh, it does no. Anyway, Seiran tries to take it. So, well, Somebody commands Garuda to kill him, but he couldn't because, well, he saved him. So Seiran just basically tries to kill him, but stopped by YAIBA. Leaving his life. Doesn't get out there. Of course, the snake plays dirty behind holding Saika hostage. What does he do next? YAIBA decides to taunt his opponents, then chase after him. They chase after him into a fight. Sei tries to get a wood yaw, but stopped by YAIBA, and is defeated by using the sword as a propeller-like thing. Cut in half. Then turned into a real regular snake. Yeah. So obviously they were definitely trying to. I'm guessing here what I briefly saw. Seems they changed quite a bit. Seems like the snake one ran away, and there's some scenes that weren't added. Like Garuda getting to punch him back. Like Garuda didn't actually get a bit of payback on him. So yeah, it's a little confusing why they changed that. Also, seeing Harper's tail gets a bit cut off, but that was not in the anime for some reason. Might be the 90s adaptation. Again, I don't know. Never seen the 90s version or read the entire manga. So, yeah. YAIBA. I do know. The upper role to stay with them for a bit. And so Musashi tries to take them to the location of that warrior that had a weapon similar to the lightning blade. It might give us a clue of how to control the power of the blade. We also find out that Onimaru took over the Diet Building, taking over Japan. Then we were serving the 8 ogres. Oh, fuck you. We were serving the 8 ogres. Feels like a battle shonen set up. 8 opponents to face a battle against. The characters test their skills. Typical battle manga, but typical battle things. I'm just saying, the idea of the 8 ogres sounds concept for a battle manga. Typical battle manga is. I don't hate YAIBA. I do like it. I'm just saying, it's just a little charming when you think about it. How it changes itself a bit. Mostly due to battle manga still become more and more popular when it came out. I think this manga either came before or during the Dakunin's run. I say before. It came out during the height of the battle popularity. So most likely, they also decided to shake things up a bit. So anyway, so again inside the head of the island with Sayaka holding onto the orb for safekeeping. Says YAIBA hasn't probably earned it yet. As the episode is, don't even know and they've even watched. Next episode, they go to a hot spring and stuff. They face off against another, while we face off against another member of the 10 ogres. So, we'll see how this goes. I do enjoy YAIBA. It just feels weird when you think about it. Like, when you really think about some of the elements that just kind of meshing, not really going well together in a structure, at least in my opinion. It wants to be an action manga, but also an episodic comedy. Like, there's nothing wrong with having both, but if they can mesh it together, like, tease that type of thing from the beginning. Oh well. I do love the series, and I cannot wait for episode 5 next week. Well, this week. You get my point. So, thank you guys for watching. If you enjoy my content, please want to button. Want to see more? Subscribe to the channel, notification bell. And I'll see you guys tomorrow for more videos. Kill Phoenix out.